Alright guys, let's go over a few different hip movements here so you have a better understanding on what the hip scoot is for and how to do it in different ways, okay? For example, here, the way you should practice is with power on your hands, hip back. Power on my hands, hip back. But there are many different ways of moving your hips. There's also head forward and hip back. Right? There's also hip up and then back. There's also whip the leg and move the hip. Whip the leg and move the hip. There's also straightening my leg, pushing off his hip to move my hip. You see when I have a partner. There's also shoulder walk. Somebody's high on the mount. Hips up. That's a hip movement. And there are many different ways to use our hips for power. Come here, please, Homer. So let's look at a few examples here. Side mount. Hip scoot with power on the hand. Get on my side, move the hip, bring the knee. Boom. Now let's say we're on the mount. He's sitting back like on a couch, like this. This time, I'm gonna connect to his hip here, use my hip to raise his weight to this leg, and now I can't keep my power in my hand because my butt will get stuck on his leg there and I won't get out. So this hip movement, I move my head away, giving room for my hip to get out. So here, he's sitting back. Here, head in so my hip comes off. Back on the mount, please. Now let's say we're here and he's on the high mount. Walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up. High. Then, connect my arms, hips up, shoulder walk. I'm ready for the elbow skate. Let's turn this way. Look here. Elbow skate. Lift a little, my leg's on the floor. I skate my leg. If I do this, he's gonna crush me. So it's the leg whip hip movement. Whip the leg, and I'm already on my side. Again. Whip the leg, and I'm already on my side. Good. Okay. Another one from the mount. Forward hip scoop. Lift this leg, please. Modify mount, modify mount. Okay, go back. So he goes from modify mount, I get my hands in. Feet on the floor, and I raise my hips to go in the opposite direction. And come out. Okay, now from the guard, one of the most important places in Jiu-Jitsu. I use my hips to keep him off balance and to keep leverage so he can't crunch me. Grab me in the headlock, please, Omar. Look, as soon as I raise my hip, he cannot reach me. Go forward, go, go. It gives me time to get inside the arms. Here, just by raising my hips. With the feet crossed or open, doesn't matter. Now, I'm here, okay? And I raise my hip not to get it, but this time, the person was able to throw their elbow over. A lot of people have been using this pass. Once he goes here, guys, I'm already losing a lot of leverage. Which hip scoot should I use there? Well, he's crunching my left side, so I need to extend my left side upon the first sign of him crunching me. Go back, please. When he starts going forward, I straighten this leg. Go ahead. Can't do anything. Any force he gives here to crunch me will help me to shift my hip and get to his back. So that's the hip raise, hip scoop. We're also going to use that one off the punch block. Punch one. Raise my hip. Boom, I'm already out to the side. All right, a couple more advanced hip techniques here that you need to apply. One of them is when I'm here and I'm using my inner thigh to be strong enough to shift my hips. Because when I do this, it projects me forward. So it doesn't let me get to the side. I'm going to use my inner thigh against him, using this movement up, up, To move my hip out and then start attacking from here. Okay? Turn it through. Also, this movement can be comboed with the foot on the hip, but it's not to push with the foot, it's to bring the knee down. Here, helping my movement. Okay? Now, come here, please. Lay down. Okay, let's say I'm here. Lay down. And we're fighting for top position. Okay? The Hip Levitation Law, okay, says that whoever gets their hips off the floor first will have a better chance of getting on top. For example, if I'm here, go, get on top, get on top. He's between my legs, he has the advantage, okay? Go back. I need to understand that as soon as I'm battling, my hips off the mat, get on top of him. It's very hard for him because now all my weight is going towards the person. And this applies for any sweep, anytime they escape the back. Put your back on the floor, back on the floor. And they want to get on top. Get on top. My hip is up. I'm already controlling him, okay? If he's trying to pull my feet away from me and drag me, come back. I have to move my hip away from him. Go, back up. He's a strong guy. He might be able to move me, but it's going to take a lot of energy. If he's trying to push my feet over my head, switch your grip if you want. However it's easiest. Yeah. Go ahead. Both. Yeah, no, push. Go back. I have to push my hips against him. Go, push forward. Push. Yeah, it's really hard for him to move forward because of the power of my hips. Now, you don't have to use this move if you have bad shoulders or whatever. I just want to show you how important your hips are